This is a problem from the yearly American Invitational Mathematics Examination, where it gives us three expressions and asks us to solve for all possible values of x. So the first thing that we're going to do, since all of these equations are equal to 60, is we can subtract the second equation from the first equation in order to obtain this value of 0 on the right-hand side. So we're going to do xy plus 4z minus yz minus 4x is equal to 60 minus 60, which is 0. And then we're going to factor this. So we can factor these two terms in order to get 4 times z minus x. And we can factor these two terms to get minus y times z minus x. And then we can further factor this in order to get 4 minus y times z minus x is equal to 0. So we're going to solve this equation. There's basically two cases. Since the product is 0, that means one of these has to be 0. So either y is equal to 4 or z is equal to x. So let's look at the first case where y is equal to 4. So if y is equal to 4, then we can just plug that into the first equation and get 4x plus 4z is equal to 60, which means x plus z is equal to 15. And then if we plug this into the second equation, we'll get the same result. But if we plug into the third equation, we'll get xz is equal to 44. And by looking at this, we can obviously tell that x is going to be equal to either 4 or 11. Okay, so those are our first two values of x. And now we can look at the second case where z is equal to x. So if z is equal to x, then we can plug that into the first equation again, and we would get xy plus 4x is equal to 60. And if we plug that into the second equation, we get the same value. But if we plug it into the third equation, we'll get x squared plus 4y is equal to 60. And we're going to do the same thing where we subtract these equations, and we would get x squared plus 4y minus xy minus 4x is equal to 0. And then we can factor this equation again and get x minus y times x minus 4 is equal to 0. And then we get two basic cases, either x is equal to 4, which is a value that we've already solved, or x is equal to y. If x is equal to y, we can plug that back into the original equation, because if x is equal to y, then x is equal to y is equal to z. So that means this original equation turns into x squared plus 4x minus 60 is equal to 0. And then this can be factored into x plus 10 times x minus 6 is equal to 0, which then turns into x is equal to negative 10 or x is equal to 6, which gives us two additional values. So that means our final answer of all the values of x would be 6, negative 10, 4, and 11, which is our final answer.